Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Side Jag, the show where we talk about stuff, movies, food, whatever's on our minds. It's guy talk, it's girl talk, it's guy girl talk. It's whatever kind of talk you want, but we're gonna talk, and that's for sure. We call it Side Jag because trying to stay focused. It's like trying to tell a cat to do something. Good luck. It's not gonna happen. Tonight we watched the movie Six Underground.
Six
Or as
Underground. Yep.
I say that questionably because I've watched it several times and I just went back and watched it, but it's a really dumb name. Stars Ryan Reynolds and a cast and crew of others. Personally, my favorite scene. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm watching new stuff. What am I
I was
watching
gonna
now?
say, what are you watching? Because
I
I've been so
so
busy, I haven't been able to do nothing.
I finished Warrior. I've watched
Ooh,
what else have I watched? Because we haven't had Side Jag in a minute.
I know. I blame
So,
myself. All right, so you finished Warrior.
yeah,
What did you think about the last episode?
I thought that the episode before it was better
I did
than the
too.
last episode, but
Yes.
that last episode was not bad. It's just
No.
they built it so far up with the penultimate episode that it kind of
Well,
was a little bit of a downer.
okay, so I feel like Fist of Fury was the final episode, but the next episode was like, oh yeah, by the way, we got to wrap all this season up and kind of put a little bow on it because so that's kind of how I looked at that. I mean, it was like we're still gonna have the two things, sex and violence, because
Right.
that's what every video has to have. But I felt like the last episode was kind of like the extended scene. Like it's like
Yeah, to
it's
get you
just
into
yeah, it's like that. That Marvel 30-second extended scene to let you know what's gonna happen. Season 3 when that comes out in 2025 because of COVID and all this other crap. Um, so the fight was awesome. Like we've been waiting for that fight, and I thought that was great.
yeah.
And it went about how I thought it would go. Guy got his ass handed to him. You
Yeah.
know, which was I think the first time that had ever happened to him, and it was enough of him to go like, "Oh, I'm done fighting people. I'm going into politics. Screw this shit." That hurt. He kicked my butt.
But he put up a good fight at first. It was a little like, whoa,
Oh
like
yeah.
okay. He hasn't
Oh,
taken a beating like that, in a while. So
Doom Patrol season 4 next month. Thanks, Bobby. I
oh
didn't know
dude,
that.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I know. All right, so
Let
Warrior.
me hit one comment before we get too
Yeah,
deep
yeah.
into
By all
this.
means, hit him
This is a
away. Hit him
great
away.
comment.
Oh
Chris
yes.
Art, Burger King is always a disappointment. Totally agree. Couldn't agree more.
So it's funny. We have one in our parking lot. And when I first started working there, it was like, oh, Burger King, this is so awesome because where I worked before, we had nothing. And
Yeah.
so, you'd go get a Whopper every now and then. This is, I've eaten red meat in my past. It's not like I have never had red meat. I just don't choose to eat it anymore now that I'm older. And the doctor was like, you need to cut certain things out of your life. Anyways, and it's always a disappointment. But what was funny is Fernando was like, dude, I need coffee. He came into work just dragging ass. It was like 2:00 and he goes, I'm going to Burger King to get a coffee. And so he's gone for like 15 minutes. And I was like, dude, did they have to like homebrew you a cup? And he goes, actually, yeah. They didn't have any coffee at 2 in the afternoon. They're like, do you seriously want coffee? And he's like, yeah. It's like, it's 2 in the afternoon. And I
Yeah.
need coffee.
Hey,
All
coffee
right, well,
people will drink coffee
yeah.
regardless of the time or the heat, the temperature. It don't matter.
I mean, do we have a Starbucks like the other end of the plaza? So it's like, just go get. But all right, I would much rather like you got $2, you can get a cup of coffee at Burger King. $2 ain't even gonna get you into the door at Starbucks. They're gonna be like,
No,
what are you?
you can't get a
That's
hot chocolate for that
that's
much,
our tip.
right?
That's the tip. Just the tip. Just put the tip in.
Just tips.
Oh Jesus. Anyways, so what else you been watching?
I just finished a show with my wife. I'm trying to think of what was it? I don't think it was that great.
That's
So
probably why I don't remember.
I've been watching Cocaine Cowboys on
Oh,
Netflix.
yeah.
The documentary. It's like a limited part series. That's
that
pretty good.
is that
Have you seen
Is
it?
that the one in Florida?
Yeah.
was it with the Russian guy or no?
Mm. It's the guy that had the two guys that had the speedboats.
All right, and they went to like South America and did all kinds of crazy stuff, or no?
No,
I know there's
that
so
was a
many drug
different one.
shows. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
that was the
and they
other drug
also
show.
call them Cocaine Cowboys as well.
Yes.
But this series focuses so far. I've only seen like 3 episodes. Focuses on 2 guys, Willie and somebody else,
Okay.
and they like had speedboats and all kinds of crazy
I felt
crap.
like that was. I mean, that was the typical Don Johnson Miami Vice
Yeah.
thing. You had to have a speedboat.
Oh, and they were champions though. They were like racing speedboats like professionally, and they both won a championship.
Perfect. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, they had the most money. You had the
Yeah. I
fastest
mean,
boat.
they put jets on them. Put jets on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one I watched was like with the Russian guy that actually ended up getting deported back, and but I don't know. I was just like, what? Holy crap! Like, you know, like a strip club, but he's just making money, and it was just like, the '80s. The '80s were a good time. It was a good time to be alive.
For some people, I guess.
Yeah, I had a great time in the '80s. I
Yeah.
remember it fondly. I mean, but not like those guys. My '80s for me was like, I got G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip, bitch.
Surprisingly, it was the same way for me.
Yeah.
Or I had the Transformers.
Ooh, Transformers. Yes, of course.
By the time I got G.I. Joes, they were smaller. They weren't the full size G.I. Joes.
Shut up.
I'm salty about that.
Yeah, relax. I had those when I was younger. They were called Barbies. But anyways.
So you've been watching anything?
McDonald's in 15 years. That's a shame. Like McDonald's still makes good French fries. You know?
Yeah.
And the McFlurry is definitely, you know. I always laugh at that. It's like, I haven't eaten there in such a long time, or I haven't eaten there, and it's like, I mean, it's still food. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like on my list of things to do on a Monday night is go to a burger joint and buy stuff. But it's like, if it's 11 o'clock at night and that's what's open and I need food, I'm getting some French fries from McDonald's. You know?
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, they're gonna taste good. As far as like we watched some crap on the plane. Like I watched the show with Edward Norton called Boston Mother.
I haven't seen it.
Don't worry. You don't have to. It was terrible. He had Tourette's. It was just a really weird movie that didn't make any sense, but Edward Norton's had Tourette's in it, and it was just like, okay, yep, that's a twist you didn't see coming. Didn't just write that one on the whiteboard, and he has Tourette's. Oh, you hit it. Good one. All right.
Wait, did you watch Suicide Squad, the new one?
Yes, I did watch with the giant starfish.
Oh God! Oh my God!
That was terrible.
It
was so terrible.
The first movie was bad, and I knew it was bad when I watched it, but I still kind of enjoyed it.
I liked the first one.
The second one, it's like, what is?
Don't know what they were going for.
No.
But they didn't get there. They didn't even get in. They didn't even get it in the ballpark. I mean,
no.
I mean, if the ballpark was to suck, they did wonderful. They
nailed it.
Tits on a pig. I mean, it was so good. Apple pies and coffee. There you go.
Let's see in the comments here.
Yeah,
but you know, I've been watching. We just finished some show, and I can't even. It's not that memorable because I can't even remember what it is.
I mean, there's like I watched a bunch of stuff on the airplane, and like I watched this Seth Rogen movie that he did for Showtime where he fell in a pickle barrel and was locked away for 100
I've seen
years.
the preview, but I haven't like watched it.
You know, if you put me in a capsule and lock away the key and that's all there is to watch, man, I watched it. I was just like, this was so stupid. On the way home, I watched, it was a cartoon. Harvey, it was Netflix did a thing, The Witcher. Did you ever watch The Witcher?
Oh, yeah, The Witcher is great.
Okay, so right now, because the next season's coming out at the end of the year. So right now they have a cartoon that is kind of going to be the segue between then and now to fill in the void. So I watched that on the plane. There was nothing good to watch. It just sucked.
So when I watched on a plane was Rust to Riches on
Okay.
Netflix, where they flip cars.
Oh
They get
God.
like a cheap
Yeah.
car, build it up nice, trade it for a nicer car up into
Yeah.
100 grand. Yeah.
Yep. I knew a guy that did that. Got himself into a Ferrari. You know, he
Wow.
just kept flipping a car until he had enough money to get a Ferrari. And I was like, oh, nice. Nice.
It's like have you ever remember the red paperclip guy?
No.
Oh, you don't remember that? Like when Craigslist first started and all that, there was a guy that started off with one red paperclip and he traded all the way up to a house, I think.
Oh, no, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was early internet like lore back then.
Yeah, that sounds neat. Yeah, we all finished watching Loki.
Right.
That was good. Have you watched any of the What Ifs?
No, I have not. Are they any good?
Yeah, they're actually kind of cool. I watched the first two. I obviously haven't seen anything since then. Oh, I know what we watched. So it was Saturday night, and we were sitting in the hotel. We were both dead tired, and we watched the Mark Wahlberg sniper movie, where
I haven't watched that.
where he shot the president, but he didn't shoot the president.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I think it's called Sniper or whatever the heck it's called.
American Sniper.
I don't know. That would have been really good, but no, this was a Mark Wahlberg movie. Slow it down. We're both watching it. I'm just like, dude, why are we watching this? Let's just go to bed. I mean, it's like Shooter. Thank you, Deviant.
Shooter.
But we're both watching it, and it's just like, I've seen it 100 times, and he's like, I think I've seen this. And I was like, yeah, you probably have. It's old. You know, go get a shower so I go to bed. Fuck, man.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was thinking the same thing when I was watching 6 Underground. I feel like I'm Dean this time. This is the first movie I genuinely didn't like that we've watched. It was a chore, like to get through it.
Yeah, I watched it Monday night again, and it's funny because I was like, why didn't I download that to my phone and watch it on the airplane, you dumbass? It's like stupid, man. Yeah. So there are a couple movies I do want to see that it's like, I think I want to watch Snake Eyes. So I was thinking about
that looks good. Yeah,
I was thinking about buying that for the airplane. And then there was something else the problem that I hate is like, make up your mind, guys. Like, if you're going to go into the theater, fine, go into the theater. But give me a date when I can rent something.
Right.
Because it's like, I'm tired of this little, like, I just give me the damn movie, you know? It's like,
exactly.
There's a couple movies that I want to see, but I'm going to forget them. Because it's like,
yeah. I want the option. Like, I'll pay. Yeah. If I want to rent it, watch it at home, I'll pay $30.
Yeah.
But if I want to see it in the movie theater, I'll pay whatever $60 it costs to go get popcorn. And
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have time. I don't have time to sit and watch. I haven't watched Cruella yet.
We watch that because it's free now on Disney.
Is it free now? Ooh.
Mm-hmm. We watched it this weekend.
Can you download Disney Plus to your thing to watch later?
You sure can.
Oh, dang. I know what I'm watching on the plane. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be watching that on the plane. For sure. Yeah. All right.
You already got a plan now.
Got a plan. Well, I mean, I got 3 hours in the airport, so it's like, Jesus. All right. That'll be fun.
In Dallas airport.
There's only so much editing you can do in an airport that's just... Airports suck for editing. Like, because you have headphones on. I don't know how people, like, get anything done in an airport. Because, like, when we were sitting in the airport, it was like, you know, like 5 minutes before your flight's getting aboard. Excuse me. Flight 2795 to Tampa has been moved to gate. Way the frick over there! What? Don't worry. It's still going to board at the same time. You have 5 minutes to make it to the other side of the world. Where's Fernando?
I couldn't edit crap. I could edit pictures, some thumbnails and stuff like that, because I didn't need to listen to what I was doing. But yeah, I was the same way.
And the guys that get work done on an airplane, oof,
that's gangster. Cruella is free now. You don't have to pay $30.
But you do have to pay for Disney Plus.
You have to pay for Disney Plus. And my wife's like, let's watch Cruella. And I was like, well, I'm not going to pay $30. It's like, no, it's free now.
It's included.
Excellent. I will watch it then.
Just
Yeah,
like
included is a much better word for that.
So let's talk about the 6 Underground for a minute. Before we get into the movie, though, is there any food that you felt you should have been eating while you were watching this movie? Normally we do that at the end, but I think we should do it beforehand.
Like sauerkraut or something.
Oh, is that bad?
Yeah.
I mean, spaghetti and meatballs, because you had that whole beginning Italian thing going on. Like, that's Italian, you know. Yeah, I think that would be way cooler.
I think what did I eat? I did eat while we were watching it. Oh, I had rotisserie chicken from Walmart.
So I believe the director was Michael Mann.
Michael Bay.
Was it Michael Bay? I knew it was a Michael.
Bay. Yeah.
And which explains a lot, because it's like if you're gonna blow shit up, you put Michael Bay on. Like Michael Bay is going to do practical film making, meaning the stuff is going to explode. You know, that's why Transformers has been like, let's just blow shit up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Michael Mann is the guy who directed Miami Vice. So that was, and he also did Heat. Like that was, and I didn't know that at first, and then I was like, makes a lot of sense, because that was like the movie Heat. If you think about it, if you're a Miami Vice fan, very similar.
Right.
The whole show and the darkness and the grit, it's very similar. So it was very, Heat to me was an extremely enjoyable movie for its time. I don't know if you could watch it now. I don't know if it would hold up, but I don't. It was fun to watch. Needless to say. Anyone see The Hell Comes to Frogtown with Rowdy Piper? No. He did that Alien movie. Did you ever see the Alien movie he did, where he had to like put on these glasses to see the aliens?
Yes, I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
It was. I thought it was a great movie, and I thought for sure that was going to springboard him into, like, you know, action star.
Yeah.
But it didn't, and I was kind of bummed, because I thought he played a really good role in it, and his acting was. I mean, when you looked at what other action stars were doing back then, I thought he played a pretty good, you know, pretty good character. I mean, I thought his acting was on point. To me, it was much better than what John Cena has brought to the table so far.
Yeah.
Because if you can look at John Cena and go, no, he's going to make it.
Yeah.
You're delusional, because he's going to make it because he's John Cena and people will pay to see his dumb ass try to act. But there is no hope of him turning into The Rock and getting those jobs, because.
And I seen a meme, and I can never see John Cena the same way again, where it says the older John Cena looks, the more he looks like Ernest from Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Goes to.
Yeah. Hey.
Daryl.
Daryl. No, it wasn't Daryl.
No.
See, I can't remember because Haley won't let me say it. She forbids me from saying that. So,
dude, Deviant's gonna come through in the chat. He knows who he talks about.
Oh, I saw the previews for Dexter season 9. I haven't watched season 1 through 8, but it looked really good. It almost looked like you could pick it up at 9, you know, because it's been so long.
Yeah, Dexter. I
like Vern. Thank you, E-Bud.
Hey Vern. You the man. But yeah, Dexter. I can vouch for some of the seasons. Some of the seasons I cannot. It's like one of those that you're invested in. You just go ahead and watch it.
Yeah. Let's talk about Rick and Morty for a second. Is there a new season that's happened in the last bit of time?
There is, but you have to buy it. So I'm going to go buy it because I didn't know that. So
there is a new season, though, because I keep seeing like people reviewing stuff, and I'm like,
yeah. Well, see, Kyle had, I guess he bought it. So I need to talk to him, see if I could just get it for free with his login or wherever he bought it. But if not, I'm going to buy it because I'm not going to wait 2 years like last time to get it on Hulu.
Well, I bought last season because I didn't even know last season had come out. And I was like, there's a season of Rick and Morty out? How did I? And so I just bought it on Apple TV and just was like, and then it was over. And I was like, wait, there was like 6 or 7 episodes or 8 or whatever. And you're just like, what? Really? That's it? Oh, you guys suck. You had 2 years and you came up with that many. And those weren't like Rick taking the poop in the middle of the plant. I mean, like, I remember planet poop. I mean,
that was the whole
best
episode.
You could come up with.
That was kind of like the You didn't watch Breaking Bad, did you?
Nope.
This reference will be lost on you, so we'll just skip it.
That's okay. It's all right. All right. So 6 Underground. The premise for the movie is
I need you to explain this because I did watch. I watched an explainer because I didn't understand the plot. I vaguely understood what they were doing, but yeah.
All right. Well, let me see if I can get this right then. Billionaire inventor. He was a kid that just like on point, had super brain, invented neodymium. Anyways, made a shit ton of money in the tech world, and he goes overseas to work to volunteer to take pictures of himself doing aid work as a publicity stunt. While he's there, all hell breaks loose. The dictator that runs the country, gasses the whole place with jets, tries to kill everyone. He, of course, gets caught in it and realizes that, dude, the world has just gone to shit and I should do something about it. I'm a smart guy and I have billions of dollars. What to do? In the course of all of this, while he's plotting his revenge, so to speak, or realizing that, like, he can't get our government, to go and take care of this problem, he meets a girl. He has a kid that we find out about later, but that's all hush hush. He does the whole James Bond moment in the play where he's like talking about Macbeth or some silly play like that. And anyways, confronts his adversary for this particular series. And then he decides, I have an idea. I'm going to kill myself, but not really. I'm going to put together a team of badasses so that we can go get shit done. So the movie opens with the awesomest car chase that we've seen in a long time, with the coolest Alfa Romeo you could ever set your eyes on. Oh,
that was so in my notes. The Alfa Romeo was dope.
Oh, green Alfa Romeo, just gorgeous car. Oh, they must have used like 50 of them, because when you're watching the movie, you can kind of see where they kept inserting new ones for trashed ones. And they didn't bother to screw it up. It's like the window's up, the window's down, the door's broken, the door's not broken, the mirror's gone, the mirror's back. It's like a really bad version of the Matrix. Did you see the cat twice? Oh, they just rewrote the Matrix. The mirror was gone, the mirror's back.
That's exactly
the Matrix.
Well, and the cars probably broke down in between anyway, so.
Oh, no doubt. So we're introduced to these characters, which they do this really weird how they introduce them thing. Like, and they all have numbers. So it's kind of like a Reservoir Dogs nod there, where it's like you have number 6, number 5, number 4, 3, 2, 1. He, of course, is number 1. I mean, why wouldn't you be? I like the concept. I like the concept of numbers while in action, like while you're on assignment. But obviously, outside of assignment, there's no reason to carry on with that. But he wanted to carry on because he has this whole family issue thing, which is weird. And there's all these Leave It to Beaver references throughout the thing. They're just annoying. And it's one of the movies where Ryan Reynolds just plays a total douchebag. It was all the humor that we expect from Ryan Reynolds, but he's an asshole. Exactly. Which was really strange. He doesn't do that character well.
No. And even albeit that, like, if he wasn't in this movie, it basically would be unwatchable.
Yes. Yeah, because there was nothing. There was nothing there. The bad guy was the bad guy. Who cares? The team he put together, the only really good member of the team he put together, dies in the car chase very gruesomely. Like,
was that one of the Francos? Was that James Franco's little brother or something like that?
Something like that. And I was just why did they kill him? Like, he was the only one that he was entertaining. Like, he was the good person. Why kill him so fast? You know, because then we brought in the next guy, 7, who was like, this guy's dry.
Kill the vibe.
He totally killed the vibe. And we get introduced how he picks his people, and so he puts this team together with the idea of that we can get stuff done, and we're gonna go kill these people, and we're gonna create a coup in this country. And so then they journey forth to do that. Yay. And that's it in a nutshell as far as the idea goes. And the rest of the movie is just, how can we screw this up and still make this happen? as
Right.
movies would be. And then we have the unrealistic ending with giant magnets again, which I thought was funny because I was like,
The
wait a
Fast
minute,
and Furious, yeah.
Fast and Furious stole the ending.
They did.
Magnets. It's all about magnets. Who knew? It's like a bad
Yeah.
episode of Fletch. Ball
I,
bearings. It's the future.
I was thinking the same exact thing. This movie's like, they're just like, yeah, Reservoir Dogs was good. Fast and Furious good. Ocean Elevens was good. Let's
Yeah.
just do all of it in one movie and put
See what
Ryan
happens.
Reynolds in.
And Michael Bay can do it, so just stuff's gonna get blown up everywhere.
Exactly. I did
Don't
have a few notes, like the Alfa Romeo car,
okay.
super dope. I mean, that
Super
car,
dope.
we already said that was super dope. The younger Franco playing Spice Girls when he plays his music.
Oh, that was
I
hilarious.
thought that was awesome.
But when he pulls the radio out of the dash and throws it out the window,
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's not how that works.
that's not how that works.
That,
I mean,
that
it
was like a booster.
scene.
That was like an EQ booster.
Yeah.
What's that doing in the Alfa Romeo?
Well, I mean, I get what they were trying to do, and it was a funny scene, but it was like, it's a 2020 Alfa Romeo. Like, it's like an integrated stereo. And what was the giant gear shifter up to here? I mean, like,
was that was a hydraulic brake? I think, like for
that
drifting.
Was?
I think
sure,
so.
we'll go with that. Either way, it was just like,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a picture of what I thought that boost here. Let me share the screen here. So the PC pulled out basically was something like one of these.
Yes. Yeah. And he just threw it out
in a brand new Alfa Romeo with the integrated.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. I mean, that would happen. The car would stall, but that's okay.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, fine. Just rip it out.
Oh, it's funny. So, all right. So, what other scenes in the movie did you like? What else you got?
I like the magnets. It was ridiculous. I thought that was fun. I thought the head explosion with the flashbang, gratuitous, but it was very cool.
Yes.
And then he does the Eminem lyrics. Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that was funny.
Oh, that was funny.
Moved me to tears. The other one guy, is that Eminem?
Yeah. You get sweat on your cheek.
Well, there was a lot of that there where, and then the one guy kept doing the movie references, and he's like, "Enough with the movie references." It was like, and that okay. So here's the funny part. I was thinking about this. There was when the parkour guy, decides it's time to get away. All right, and he's got all these goons chasing him. There isn't a world that we live in where parkour guy is not going to be able to get away from goons chasing him.
Exactly.
Okay? They got on him way too fast. He's parkour, bro. He ran across that crane like it was nothing. And you see these guys doing hand over hand. He would have been downstairs by the time they got off that crane. And somehow they're right behind him. Yeah. It's like, no.
And he's jumping on steel beams. Steel beams. Like with no runners, just like single.
Yeah. And somehow they caught up to him. I was like, I mean, come on, really? Like, no, come on. That
and he was the guy always about to die in every scene.
Yes. It was like, just jump away, And then like those people that were kicking his butt in the end, I'm like, dude, just parkour down to the next level. Literally, slide out, swing down, you're gone. Like you got nothing to worry about. What? How are you the weak link? I mean, you had the doctor chick that played no role whatsoever other than saving the girl at the beginning of the movie. I mean, she did nothing at all other than just she was there for like sexual pleasure for that guy, in the end. It's like, she saves the girl, gets blood on her, wears a pretty red dress, puts or mask or whatever, gets to drive the Ferrari or, it's like, ooh, she doesn't even get to drive the Ferrari. That's right. The other two people, the CIA chick.
All the people have something in their past that brought them to the team. What brought her to the team?
The doctor? They never explained it.
Yeah, they never explained. See, I thought maybe I just missed that.
Nope, they never told us why the doctor was there.
She's
just they needed a doctor, and they clearly needed a doctor. So I mean,
they needed a doctor. Yeah,
they definitely needed a doctor. I mean, I think a better movie would be like if we got to see the spook and the hitman. Like, I think that would make for a neat movie, like a funny like offshoot, just to see those two go do something on their own. That'd be like a Hobbs and Shaw kind of thing.
Yeah,
where it'd be kind of cool. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, when I watched this movie the first time when it came out, like the girls were just like, "What did we just watch?" And I was like, "I don't know, but it was explosive."
Yeah.
You
If
know,
you got
and
a nice home theater and a nice TV, it's gonna look really awesome and sound cool.
yeah, um, Mortal Kombat sucked. sorry to sorry to
Listen, Mortal
sidejag there.
Kombat, if they would have done the first little intro part as all of Mortal Kombat, it would have been freaking awesome.
If they would have done anything other than what they did, it could have been awesome.
I
I
thought
mean,
the part with Scorpion and all that, like with his family and his origins, I
that
thought
was
that was
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "What are we watching? How's
Yeah.
this Mortal Kombat? This is
Yeah.
what the hell?"
And then it just
Did you ever watch Big Trouble in Little China?
oh yeah. I mean, who hasn't watched that?
You know, but that was Mortal Kombat, man. That was the
Yeah.
beginning of Mortal Kombat. Like that was, we can't call it that because no one knows the hell it is. But I mean, those were the guys from Mortal Kombat. That
Yeah.
was the whole thing.
Well, you know what my favorite Mortal Kombat movie is?
Which one?
The Van Damme one. What was it? First Troop.
Oh,
What was
Universal
that called?
Soldier.
No. Where they
The one
fight in
where
a tournament.
Oh yeah, which was kind of a
Kickboxer?
remake. Yes, which was kind of a remake of the Bruce Lee
Right.
movie with the guy with the crazy hands. He made like the Wolverine hands.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait a minute, that guy's like 100 years old. How's he fighting Bruce Lee? And why's he got a crappy toupee? I mean,
Did you watch the Bruce Lee story? The movie?
The original one?
No.
From
The
years
one that
ago?
came out like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, there was another one? No, I
Yeah.
don't think I have.
Oh, you gotta watch it, man.
I will.
It's good.
Yeah, I love Bruce Lee. I mean, I've
Oh,
barely caught
I
everything
mean,
but
we
that.
don't have nowhere here to pick a movie. Maybe we just pick that movie. We both
I'm
love
down for
Bruce
that.
Lee.
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
look it
down
up.
for that.
I'll look it up while
Yeah,
we're
'cause-
talking.
So, have you seen Bolo Green? Like now, like today,
No.
like how? Because dude, back then he was like the biggest Chinese guy you'd ever see. Like Jesus Christ, But now he's old, and it's like wow, he did not age well. But did you ever watch They Call Me Bruce with Jackie Chan?
No.
Kind of like the first Jackie Chan introduced to America. So back then, Jackie Chan looked a lot like Bruce Lee. So they came out with a movie, one of his first HBO movies, in the summer of HBO, which was called They Call Me Bruce.
They Call Me Bruce.
And it was as the world was introduced to Jackie Chan, or should I say America was introduced to Jackie Chan's style of, crazy, that his fighting technique that he does where it's like everyone gets punched, but nobody gets punched.
Yeah.
He's moving around way too much.
And he does the drunken style too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was They Call Me Bruce. That was a good one.
I'll have to check that one out too.
Yeah.
I'm going to share my screen so you can see. That way you
Okay.
can see if you have seen this movie or not.
Birth of the Dragon. No, I have not seen that.
Oh, you're going to... It's not a perfect movie, but I think you'll dig it.
I'm fine. I watched lots of imperfect movies. We just watched one of the most imperfect movies there is.
I was thinking, I was like, what am I going to talk about? I have nothing, but I have a few things I like and everything else I don't like. All the rest of it, I don't
All right, well, you know what? Give me what you don't like.
I don't like that the plot is convoluted. They made Ryan Reynolds not as good as he would be otherwise. They killed DeFranco too early. You already mentioned that. He would have been funny to bring along. Yeah, just it was a mismatch of a bunch of different genres.
Call Me Bruce? Oh man, Thomas, who was it? I thought that was Jackie Chan.
Ooh, we might have to look it up.
Might have to look it up. Crap.
Call Me Bruce. Literally, my favorite scene.
What was your favorite scene?
In that movie is the head explosion. The head explosion was my favorite scene.
I liked the magnets that kept turning on and off, and like, but he has a crappy phone, so I'm like,
right.
What was the purpose of the crappy phone? Like we didn't like they could have come up with a stall tactic, anything else other than the crappy phone,
Yeah.
Like the crappy phone didn't make any sense. I'm like
when the screens broke. I mean, that's how it goes.
But Donnie Darko. Oh gosh, yeah, that was a messed up movie.
Johnny Yoon.
Oh, okay. I thought that was I thought that was Jackie Chan. Well, I mean, dude, that was a long.
1983.
Yeah, I was gonna say, come on, that was.
That's
Like
or 1982. That was before my wife was born.
Yeah, it was before a lot of people were born. Okay, I thought it was Jackie Chan. My bad. But
Yeah.
he looked a lot like Bruce Lee. So Donnie. So the story of Donnie Darko, which was great. Did you ever see that one? Donnie
Yeah.
Darko.
Yeah.
It became a cult classic, but they could never release it in the movie theater because the movie
Did it
came
not
out-
release in the movie theater?
No,
I didn't know that. I saw it on
according to
VHS. I think.
fans, according to fans of the movie that have since educated me on it, that movie came out around 9/11 supposedly, and so a movie about a plane crash really didn't settle well with a lot of people. So I don't know why. But I had never seen it, and everyone was like, "Dude, you gotta watch Donnie Darko. You gotta." Oh.
Yeah.
Graduated high school in 1982. I didn't graduate high school in 1982.
Ooh.
Not all Asians look the same. No kidding, really? I didn't know that. I thought they all did. Short black hair, brown eyes, muscular little penises. I don't know. I'm joking. I have no idea. They all look different. I just, dude. So we're sitting. This was we're sitting outside. It's all these industry guys, and we're all talking about stuff. And India is part of Asia. Okay, a lot of people don't really understand that because everyone assumes that Asians are all Oriental looking, and it's like, no, India is part of Asia. And this guy just could not wrap his head around this concept of, and I'm like, okay, there's continents and then there's countries. A continent covers a great, just like it's like when you say you do realize that people from Mexico are North American, right? No, they're not. Yeah. They are.
Yeah.
No,
as are Canadians.
Yeah. No, what are you talking? They're all South American. Yeah. No, that's look at a map.
That's like Paraguay.
Yeah. They're all North Americans. There's center. It's called the equator, north, south. They're North Americans. No, what are you talking about? I'm just like, oh my god, there's been way too much alcohol consumed here. I'm just gonna fall into the back. I'm gonna do a SpongeBob.
All right, I'm gonna head out.
I'm out. This is crazy. All right, so back to now that we've sidejagged the hell out of that. Definitely Donnie Darko. If you're feeling miserable at yourself, watch that movie. You'll feel better immediately. So what other parts of the movie did you hate? I hated the stupid cell phone. Like
the cell phone sucked.
So, but here's the thing: you have these next level submarine magnet bombs. That are just like clearly from some form of Oriental manufacturing, only because of the text on the side.
Yeah.
And we have a crappy phone to control them.
Exactly. The one cool thing is he has the guns with the aluminum bodies and ceramic barrels, so that they won't get pulled away. I was like, okay, I like that. I like that part.
That was cool, but then they didn't really get to use them.
Right.
I'm like, what was the point of putting that? Who cares?
Well, the knife's going through everybody. That was kind of cool.
That was cool. I dig that. That was definitely Michael Bay type stuff.
Yeah. The whole beginning setting up, I really didn't care about all that.
Yeah.
His little origin story is like, this kind of sucks.
Yeah. The one part that I thought was funny was only because we were in Washington and there's a Chihuly Museum in Washington that we didn't go to, thank God. But there's also one here in St. Petersburg that I've been to. And if you've ever been to a Chihuly Museum, or if you don't know who Chihuly is, he does blown glass and some of the most expensive, craziest blown glass that you could ever possibly imagine. But in the ship that he was on, there was a giant Chihuly statue behind him. And I was like, oh, dude, they got a Chihuly. And I'm just like, people are dying. I'm like, dude, they got a Chihuly. What the hell? I mean, to me, that's like that. When I noticed that, I was like, and that sums up the whole movie.
Exactly.
I noticed the Chihuly instead of what was actually going on in the movie because it's that stupid. No, don't get me wrong. This is a great pizza Sunday night movie or Saturday night movie where it's like, what do you want? A great COVID Saturday night pizza movie where it's like, we got like maybe 2 or 3 movies to watch. So none of them have to be great. You could watch this movie and be like, yeah, all right, that was a good hour and a half, 2 hours.
And then go into work Monday and talk shit about like, have you seen this? How bad this movie
is? You're gonna go into work Monday and be, what'd you guys do Saturday? Oh, we watched the movies. What'd you watch?
Like with the TV shows with me.
Yeah, Deadpool movie. A guy, did you watch that? No, it was Deadpool was in the movie. The guy that played Deadpool, or Hitman's bodyguard's wife thing. That guy, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, we watched one of his movies. Well, which one? I don't know. It's stupid. Some shit blew up. I can't. I don't know.
I will say, when I was looking for an explainer for the whole thing, I seen a video titled, I Want My 2 Hours Back. This is literally the worst Michael Bay movie ever.
It was pretty bad.
There's been some really bad Transformer movies, so.
Yeah. No doubt, right? Yeah.
Have you
really at least $1,000. I don't know.
Dang. Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's dude.
Did you like Joe Dirt?
Yeah, I mean, who didn't?
Yeah.
I mean,
what about this? Did you watch the sequel?
No.
Don't do it.
Okay. Yes, but no. Meaning, yes, I've watched it, but no, I could not tell you anything that happened in it.
No.
Because it immediately went.
That is like, how can you go from a movie that's so fun to just that?
Because you try. You didn't try in the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, so funny. So he was the guy who played Joe Dirt, whatever his name.
David Spade.
David Spade was the first week on Bachelor in Paradise. He was the host because the Bachelor guy got retired or quit or whatever the hell. I don't know. The girls watch it. And so I'm editing and I have it on. He's there introducing people. And this girl just walks up and goes, oh my God, it's Joe Dirt. And I'm sure David Spade was just sitting there going, oh my God, you're a bitch.
He was.
You're way out of my league. I hate you. But I have money. I have lots of money.
When you have money, no one's out of your league.
Yeah, exactly. Free Guy looks cool. Have you seen the previews for Ryan Reynolds?
It looks good.
Free Guy?
And it's got a decent review.
That has been sitting in the can for a year and a half now.
Yeah.
Is that out? Can you see that yet?
Yep, it's out. But
it's only in the theaters.
Yeah, it's in the theaters. Instead of that, we went and watched because we got a free ticket from something. Jungle Cruise.
Yeah. I know. It's exactly what it is.
We were there. It wasn't like I didn't have a bad time, but
yeah, it's there again. It's The Rock. Is it like The Mummy? Like just The Mummy, but in a boat with dumb shit, right? Or is it better?
Hey, do you know the premise of the movie?
Not a clue.
Because shockingly, you've hit the nail on the head. Once you see it, you'll know the way in which you've done that. Because yes, it's a lot of very much like The Mummy.
That's what I got. As soon as I saw the preview, I was like, this kind of looks like The Mummy, just with better actors.
Yeah. Well,
who was the original Mummy? Brendan Fraser? The Rock was in The Mummy.
Brendan Fraser was The Mummy, right?
No, Brendan Fraser, and then The Rock was in The Mummy. He played the Scorpion King, and then he went off to film the Scorpion King.
Wait up, can you imagine Brendan Fraser now as The Mummy? Like fat?
No, but Brendan Fraser, he was in a movie that I did watch on HBO that had the guy that played War Machine.
Don Cheadle, the first one or the second one?
No, the second one.
Cheadle, yeah.
Don Cheadle and Benicio del Toro. So it's a movie on HBO right now where it's like a 1950s or some stuff like that where they have to do some. I have no idea what they have to do, but Brendan Fraser plays like the go-between for them, between them and whoever hired them. And he looks terrible. He's like 300 pounds of just I'm like, how did you go from, I know how you went from there to there. It's okay. I get it.
It's really easy. Trust me.
Yeah.
Just stop at every Buc-ee's you can on a 19-hour road trip. It gets you.
Well, you don't actually have to get food at every Buc-ee's, you know.
Well, you don't have to, but you have to.
Predator. What do you want to know about Predator?
Oh man, they're saying keywords now to pique your interest.
Oh, but Predator piques my interest to the point of like, oh my gosh, dude, you gotta understand that movie when I was a kid, when that came out. First off, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh. All right, let me ask you this. This is a question that we had today, because one of the things about actors and famous people, all right. So what brought it up is Fernando was asking about Fat Albert, the TV, the cartoon, not the stupid movie.
Yeah.
There was one guy that had a hat over his head with his eyeballs cut out. His name was Dumb Donald.
Yeah.
Okay. And he goes, "What was the name of that character in Fat Albert that, you know?" And I was like, "Hold on." I was Dumb Donald, because I was thinking Mushmouth. And I was like, no, Mushmouth was the guy with the big lips. And but I was like, no, it's Dumb Donald. So what I said was like, okay, what do you think about the body of work of a person once something happens to that person that kind of pulls them out of favor? In this case, we were talking about Bill Cosby, right, who apparently, I guess, was let go, like they overturned whatever decision he had. But like Bill Cosby himself, the stand-up that he did back in the 80s, I must have watched that 100 times. Like, to me, was one of the like very pivotal things in my life that was like, this humor stuff might be something. I don't know. It's kind of fun. But my point is like, he had like Fat Albert and all the movies that he made and the TV shows that he did. I mean, the Cosby Show. And you know, what do we do with that body of work if this guy's turns out to be a douchebag? And then we're looking at other actors like Mel Gibson.
Right.
Mel Gibson is in real life, he's kind of it lacks a personality that favors most people.
Right.
But in movie wise, like he makes a lot of good movies, you know, that I've enjoyed over the years. Arnold Schwarzenegger came out and said some stupid things that people took wrong recently about COVID, and you know, whether you should or should not get your shot. There again, it's not, you know, whatever. And a lot of people took it out of context or took it the wrong way and backlashed against Arnold. And it's like, dude, he's a politician. Okay. He's a politician.
Yeah.
But, you know, to me, he'll always be Dutch, or he'll be the Terminator. You know, so you look at all these people, Kevin Spacey, you know, Kevin Spacey's had some awesome movies that are just
American Beauty.
Yeah, I mean, fucking the President movie where he was on TV for what, 10 seasons or whatever the hell it was. But now he's, you know, he was Kaiser Soze. Great movie. But now he's like, oh my gosh, he might have had sex with the boy that was whatever, and so much so that they literally pulled him out of a movie, hired a whole nother actor to reshoot the movie scenes that he was in. And it's like, holy wow, you want to, you know, but everyone liked him in Baby Driver.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, what are your thoughts on that? Can we still, like, for me, I don't care. Like, whatever you did, you know, like, everyone still likes Nilly's song, even though he turns out that he's in the golden showers on underage girls. But he still sang some good music, right?
Yeah.
So can we separate ourselves, or is it the world now like, no, we got to throw it all away?
Well, the world's now like, no, you got to throw it away. I think it depends on the crime. So did you ever listen to the Lost Prophets?
No.
So they were like a 90s like rock, you know, soft rock type band. They put out a lot of songs I like.
I probably heard them.
And I can't remember if it's a guitarist or the singer. One of them totally got busted being a straight up pedophile.
Okay.
And I have never listened to their songs since then. But their music wasn't so good that like I couldn't not listen to it.
I mean, I had a friend of mine that the same thing happened when he found out Freddie Mercury was gay. He stopped
Oh, yeah.
listening to Queen immediately, and it was like, that's good music though. Oh no, but it's all about gay love, and I'm like, I don't care. It's still good music. I mean, I don't care what it's. I mean, dude, it's a crazy little thing called love. I don't get, stroke me. It's like I don't care. I like the content. Yeah, and there again, Dean Rooney.
Yeah.
Like, so can we not watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off anymore?
Exactly.
Because Dean Rooney actually turned out to be a sicko.
Yeah.
I mean, can we not eat? I mean, Subway. Jesus, Jared, for God's sake.
Oh God. Yeah.
I mean,
forgot about him.
but that's what I'm saying though. I mean, it's like,
yeah,
well, she'd never eat at Subway again because Subway hired this guy, and it's like, well, I mean, no.
Yeah, and you can't. I mean, you can't always judge a person. People get guilty by association. Sometimes you don't always know what a person's into, and they may be doing stuff that you may find out that when you stay over here that I have like 10 people buried in that backyard.
I mean, whatever works for you. I mean, so one of my employees back when I worked at AVE, he, turned out that he was into looking at pictures of little kids.
Yeah.
I'm assuming girls, but there again, don't know. And after he had left and moved and whatnot, he spent 10 or 15 years in federal penitentiary because they finally caught up to him. And I was like, wait, what? You're kidding? And he's like, the guy that was, somebody's like, oh no, this, and they're like, dude, I'm like, you guys were like buddies. He's like, I know. I mean, I had no freaking idea. I was like, holy Jesus. Like, I mean, the guy was a little off to begin with because you knew, but everyone loved him. And it was like, he was everybody's friend, like the nicest guy in the world, made everybody laugh, just a funny guy. And it was like, he's a pedophile. And it was like, what? but I mean, there again.
Once I hear that, I just think like, yo, you're like nuclear waste now. Like,
oh, you are as a person. But back to like for example, like Bill Cosby, all the things he was accused of doing.
Right.
Okay, that was some heinous shit.
Yeah.
But Bill Cosby, the person, can he not be separated from a character that he played on TV? Because I mean, technically he's an actor, so he acted these roles out that somebody else wrote down or he wrote down. Who knows? But can we not, like, it wasn't like these were being delivered to us by Cliff Huxtable, not Bill Cosby. So
and the duality of what he did, because he done a lot for his community and for the community in general, education and stuff. So it's kind of it's insidious, but it's just crazy, because you have mixed things with him.
Yeah, but David Hasselhoff being a singer in Europe, and not being that here, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like David Hasselhoff didn't kill little kids here and then go off to, what I mean? It's like
he got drunk and like talked shit to his kid. Like,
so I mean, Fernando thought like, no, I like never meet your heroes, because that's always been my thing. Never meet your heroes because they're never going to live up to whatever it is. It's like, I like Dutch from Predator. I might not necessarily like Arnold Schwarzenegger, So, I like Sylvester Stallone as Rambo, but I might not like him as Sylvester Stallone. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't need to meet these guys. It's like I always say when I look at Harrison Ford, I want to meet Han Solo, and I want to meet Indiana Jones. I don't want to meet Harrison Ford. I don't care about him.
Yeah.
I like the characters that he played. So, I mean, to me, it's like, I don't know. I just can't like look at this. Oh, well, he touched little kids. Yeah, but he played a really good character in that movie. So now we have to throw that movie away because of something he did as another person. It's like, it's like you played a serial killer in a movie and then you played a doctor. It's like they're two different roles.
Yeah. It's part of being an adult. You can separate these things. You cannot like this person for a pedophile and still like Baby Driver, where Kevin Spacey pulled a played a really good part
in that movie.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan's an interesting topic for sure. I mean, he kind of falls into this, but I don't believe making a porno where
Yeah, I
you,
don't
you know,
like.
where you
I
have
mean,
sex with your friend's wife because your friend is in the corner filming it and doing some really
right?
nasty shit. I mean, obviously, all that happened here, so I yeah, I mean, he's just a guy. I mean, and let's, yeah, I'm not holding any of that against him. Um,
No.
you know, I mean, he had the other thing where he dropped the N word on something, and like all of a sudden, it's like that's how he got kicked out of WWE the first time. It was like, oh, he
Yeah.
dropped the N word on this thing like 20 years ago, and it's like, oh, seriously? That's oh, wow. You know, and you got Booker T coming out going, bro, it's Hulk Hogan. He's my homie. What are we worried about here? You know, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, are you seriously like? I mean,
What the crazy thing is, like everyone's clutches their pearl. It's been happening for a while since probably the 90s, but every little thing they clutch their pearls. Oh, Bill Clinton cheated on his wife in the White House. Oh, let's get him out of here.
yeah, that didn't work.
That was the beginning of it.
Well, no, Vienna was Clarence Thomas, pubic hair, and the Coke can.
Right.
It's like, wait, what? I mean, I watched all of that, not knowing what the
Yeah.
hell I was watching, going, wait a minute, this guy's gonna be all right. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like, you know, I got nothing. But, you know, if I like a movie, I really don't. I like the characters that these people are playing they are actors.
Right.
They're acting out a character that either they themselves or somebody else has written for them. I want to see that. I don't really care what, you know, what they do in their personal life. That's no concern of mine. That's not what I'm there to watch.
Exactly.
You know, it's like we often talk about. It's like, if you could sit down and have lunch with any famous person, who would you want it to be? And it's like, I sit there and I scratch my head. I'm like, I have no freaking idea, because like, what am I going to talk to these people about?
Exactly.
I mean, what do I have to bring to the table? So like, there's one time we were working on this car, and like, oh my God, you're not gonna believe what happened. And he'd be like, yeah, there was this one time, like, we were banging these 6 chicks, you know, in an elevator and on a plane, you know, and you're going,
well, you know, a lot of people
do tell.
a lot of people just will quit listening to a band because they say their political opinion. It's like, well, if you like their music, what changed here?
Well, and that to me is kind of like stay in your own lane. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like, obviously, Fernando just texted me. I almost forgot. Tomorrow was the news. Yeah. Like, as a YouTuber, as like what we do. All right. There's certain things we should talk about, and there's certain things we shouldn't talk about. I'm a firm believer in that. There's like, I do this and I do car stereo, and that's it. This is, you know, and I do the boring life where I get to talk about things. But each one of those is a different side of the same coin. But none of it is like, you're never going to hear me talk about politics. You're never going to hear me talk about things that don't pertain to what I'm doing, because stay in my lane.
Yo, man, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. I think you would find that we align pretty well with you overall.
Yeah.
Like, man, the people are so sensitive about this stuff nowadays. Like, they don't even want to talk about it. Like, it's like they're gonna cry or something, you know.
Well, it's funny. There again, I mainly don't care about which way anybody falls. Like, I have my beliefs, and I just believe them.
All I care is, like, are you a good person?
Yeah.
Like, are you a good person? Are you trying to hurt other people?
Tanya Harding. Oh, that was good stuff. That whole thing was ridiculous. So one of my buddies posted his COVID rant, and it's like, I just laugh. I'm like, why would you do that? Whether you're pro, for, against, don't like needles. I just, it's like, I always laugh when I see people that make these conversations that it's like, oh, you know, this movie, I can't watch the, you know, it's like, I'm giving an example. I can't watch this movie because it talks about this, that, and the other. And it's like, it's a freaking movie. Don't watch it. Yeah, I don't need to know you don't want to watch it. I particularly watched it and I enjoyed it. Yeah. You know, I must be wrong. I must be weird. I don't know, but I don't need to know how you feel about it.
Wait, you know? I mean, people, it's like everything's political now. So people are just shouting out into ether.
Well,
hoping to you're not changing anybody's mind. Everyone knows nobody's changing anybody's mind. So you're
yes.
either there to argue with people or to have people affirm your beliefs.
Well, I look at it like this, and I'll say it: the two things that hold true in life, and we'll end the show on this. If you're not on my team, you suck.
Exactly.
And good enough is good enough for most people. And that's the way of the world right now. It's kind of sad.
That's it. And Six
Underground?
6 Underground sucks.
Sucks.
Thanks, Kev. Yes. We still love you though.
Yes. I'll tell you how much I loved it when I see you on Tuesday.
Yeah, you gotta give him some credit for that for sure.
All right, so what movie are we watching for next week?
Birth of the Dragon.
Birth of the Dragon. Where can we find that? Is that going to be a pay to watch kind of thing, or is it on any of the free services?
I can look it up easily. Do you use Just Watch?
What's that?
It's an app called Just Watch.
No, I've never.
You can look up type in a movie, and it'll look up all the services.
Oh, nice.
What's it called? Birth of a Dragon.
Rob, they want you to shave for a month. I think you have to because of your job, don't you? I mean,
yeah. I have to wear a respirator.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't. As you can see.
Oh my goodness! Wait a minute. What? Okay, we can rent on Apple TV.
Okay, cool. I figured as much. It's probably $400 on Apple TV.
Yeah, $4. At first it said no.
Jesus.
Well, the first result come up was Birth of a Nation. I don't think I'll be renting now.
I don't think I'll be renting that either. I've lived it. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, so you can get an Apple TV, or just wait and hear what we thought about it. And,
it's on Hulu or Amazon as well.
It is. Oh, Can you buy it on Hulu, or is it free on Hulu?
Yeah, you can buy it on Hulu, Amazon, and
really, Hulu sells stuff.
I guess so. That's what it said, and YouTube.
Okay. I'm gonna sneeze.
Do it. 1, 2, 3. Go.
Oh,
boost it. I'll boost it in post.
Oh, ball means. All right. Well, we have a movie to watch. This one, kind of sucked. I mean, like I said, it's a Saturday night. It's just like, whatever. Bobby's on my team. That's all I need to know. I'm good. If I got Bobby at my back, I'm fine. Because, like, Jesus Christ, I could walk over in a room and I'll be like, this guy right here. Deal with
Talk to Bobby, the guy with the goatee. Looks like he could kill somebody if you need to.
Which is funny because he's the nicest guy in the world, man.
I've never met him in person, but just seeing him online, he's like,
and you're like, hey guys, how are you doing? And you're like, what the? And he's like your height, so it's all good.
Yeah,
you know, he's like big like you guys, and it's like
this is gonna be a funny picture Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that was a nice thing about meeting Fro, because Fro's like normal height.
Yeah, so average height.
Finally, I get to take a picture with somebody that's like the same height as me. Just makes.
Well, my wife's only 5'3", so we'll get her in. My wife's only 5'3", so we'll get her right there.
I laughed at all that. Well, you always do the head down thing.
You got to. For the little people.
You got to do the head down thing. I don't do that, Fernando. I just try to straighten out as tall as I can. Yeah, I gotta look all of 5'8". The Delta Catine. No, it's the D. We just call it the D here. It's straight D. You straight D in it. Straight D in it on the chin.
I don't want the D.
I don't want the D either. You can have the D. Oh, there's Sue. Hi. Yeah, they're off. They're off in their beautiful balloon. They're all expense paid vacation away from me.
Yeah.
How good is that?
Hey, can't get much better than that.
I know.
We should end on that high note right there.
We're gonna end on that high note right there. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. As usual, next Thursday night we'll be back here doing it again, talking about nonsense. Hopefully, the Bruce Lee movie documentary will be better than the 6 that just needs to be put in the ground. And we'll leave it at that. You guys go forth, be merry. Have a great rest of your week. We will see you back here next time. Bye.